What's the worth of a name to you? Martin Luther King, Albert Einstein, Mahatma Gandhi, Elon Musk, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Oprah Winfrey, Lionel Messi, Peter Obi. What comes to mind when you hear these names? Greatness. Yeah, greatness. Then again I ask, what is the worth of a name to you? A form of identification? A means for calling someone's attention, or just a tool for a heritage preservation? Your name is you and everything you stand for. It's an identity, like a person that precedes you, yet like pig, it's in you. It speaks even when cats got your tongue and lets people know just where you belong. If I'm not wrong, then why do we live without character, like a people without a name? Pause. I don't mean Linda is a snake and Calvin is bald, or Claudia is disabled and Caleb is a dog. I speak of a naming that goes beyond the parents' attempt to differentiate the second child from the first, Ada from Obi. But what exactly comes to mind at the mention of a name? Once upon a time there lived a man whom God had highly exalted and given him a name above every other name, that at the mention of the name Jesus Christ, his ID appears and power is exercised. Aside his blood that dropped from the piercing nails, he left behind his name deeply rooted onto the earth, much firmer than the cross on which he hung. Therefore, amongst the many names that men possess, one stands out without compare: Christian. Forged out of a desire to identify a certain people by a man's character, Christ. So unlike these other men whose legacies I read, Christ died and named me next of kin. His precious name he willed to me, and not just that, he made me him, Christian. In Brother Bliss' voice, we live in a world of so many voices, true. So many voices, too many names. Filled in churches shouting glory, but the same are in prison, shackled and lonely. Men of this world have learned to kill, to steal and destroy, just like the enemy. But ask them now, whose name do you bear? You'd be shocked to hear Christian. Abba cries out, this man have despised my face, set up vile images in the house that bears my name. So many wolves in sheep's clothing, so many wolves indeed know this. Let he that nameth the name of the Lord depart from iniquity, because on the last day when dead men shall take breath, the same Lord Christ will before thee say, depart from me, for I know you not. How do you know a man born of God? What makes the difference and shows our cards? That a change of name from J to C alters our stage from JJC to MLC, man like Christ. Because there's no such thing as a part-time Christian. If you talk the talk, then walk the walk. We live in a world that promotes namelessness. Men moving without identities, almost like they're non-entities. Badgeless generals demanding respect. God-giving silence, now magnets for gold. Or in worst cases, buried in the cold. Please stop. Why would he forsake majesty, come all the way down to us to settle for this travesty? A false, absurd and confused representation of his personality, please. I fear for when the master shall come, let him find vessels of gold. Do not let dishonor pollute his abode. If you truly knew the power in his name, you'd fight to death to keep his worth, and maybe in the end you'd claim your fame. Will you trade his name for gold or silver? Will you bear his name till eternity is over? And yes, each time you walk out that door, will you pin your name tag, Christian?